Smash, crash.
Huge.
Kyle Busch's bad day continues, and he got Joey Logano as he was sliding down off the wall in turn number 4. Nothing Kyle could do. Joey doing everything he could to avoid him, but could not. Kyle Busch said the car was again snappy loose when it came around at turn 4.
You don't see this every day, backing down pit road.
Well, I think he can see out the back window better than he can the windshield right now, probably.
I think he's just looking for the garage, to tell you the truth.
See what happened to Kyle Busch and how Joey Logano got involved. Riding with Danica Patrick, it's up ahead.
You'll see Kyle, the car just snaps out from under him again like it did earlier in the race.
Stay to the bottom, stay to the bottom. All clear, all clear.
Down the hill, and when it does, Joey Logano was trying to get by on the inside. You'll see Joey coming along here. Thinks Kyle's going to stay up next to the wall, but the car comes down, and that is amazing.
Yeah, Joey was all the way on the apron.
He felt like Kyle was probably going to stay outside up next to the wall, but the car was just coming down the hill. And look at that 22 car, just goes airborne. What an impact. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
Two drivers coming off great runs at Texas last Saturday night. Kyle won, Joey finished 5th.
What I like about that spot from our Fox high-speed camera is that all the deformation of both cars is in front of the windshield, in the crumple zone. The driver compartments stay intact. A hard crash, and caution is out for the 5th time.
Well, I'm with Denny on this one. They'll never make it another lap or two, Denny. I just don't see no way. This is crazy. Crazy
They ain't
stuff.
gonna make it.
They got to make it 6 more times.
Oh, there they go.
There we go. There was no way.
Bobby Labonte's in it, Stremmy's in it, Jeff Gordon down to the grass,
Nothing else coming from behind you.
and Kurt Busch went over and over.
Boyer, McMurray.
They're just, guys, I'm with Denny. And, you know, having been in these situations several times, there's no way you can race that way and make it.
And for the 6th time in 7 Talladega races, a pileup in the last 8 laps. Look at Ryan Newman's wrecked race car. He's dropped the window net, assigned a safety crews that he is okay.
The 78 car, Kurt Busch, it is destroyed. Right here, the 51 car, Owen Stenhouse, squeezes to the outside.
And that's Yaley in the
And that shoved Yaley down. And look at that 78 car upside down and then lands on top of Ryan Newman's 39 car.
Bobby Labonte involved.
So it was Stenhouse, the rookie, trying to go 4 wide on the outside, running out of room with his number 17.
Yeah, and running out of time. I mean, he's, you know, desperate. And you see the 36 move down just a little bit. And Yaley and Stenhouse thought he could squeeze by on the next to the wall, and he just couldn't make it. And this gets ugly. Watch this thing.
Right on top of Ryan Newman.
Hadn't Ryan Newman had cars on top of him before here?
I think the 2009 race.
I think you're right.
Brad Keselowski and Carl Edwards coming to the checkered flag.
Boyer's 15 comes up, clogs the track. Both Labonte brothers involved. Stremme,
Jamie
number of those
McMurray.
smaller teams on the way to a good finish here.
Jeff Gordon sliding down through the mud.
Now watch the 36. The red and white car comes up just a little bit, and that contact with Stenhouse was enough. Then he comes down into Ambrose, and it's on.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88 just squeezed by.
There's Danica. She almost went over.
You see Danica up and against the wall with Terry Labonte.
Michael Waltrip in the 55 just barely squeezed by.
Let's ride with Danica. J.J. Yaley with Matt Yoakum.
Greg Biffle has climbed back in his race car. He's going to go back out in the draft. Now, I spoke to his crew chief, Matt Pusha, and I said, what did you fix?
Whoa,
he says, well,
trouble on the back.
Trouble on the back once again. The
All
9
the
of
cars.
Ambrose goes around, as does the 1. Jamie McMurray, our reigning champion. Brad Keselowski torn up. Regan Smith in the 51.
Both the
Casey
Penske
Kane's
cars.
involved.
24, we're done.
And Darrell, I don't know who it was, but somebody changed lines.
Yeah, I saw him
and
moving.
there wasn't a hole there.
I saw him moving back there. Somebody made a move, and there wasn't anywhere to go.
Joey Logano's in it. We're hearing Eric Almirola potentially in this as well. This pack was growing 15 to 16 cars, and most were involved in this.
But this is what? This is why. Okay, this is why we haven't been doing a lot of drafting. This is the fear you have. And why do we have that fear? Because we usually get a reality.
It could happen. It's always on the mind of the drivers and teams that this potentially could happen. Running at those speeds, just as you mentioned, DW, running at almost 200 miles an hour, inches apart. One person makes one little mistake, and this is the result.
What did I tell you when this session started? It's going to these guys get a little more comfortable. They get a little bit more aggressive. They start to make a little bit more move. They start trying to see where the car will fit into. Larry mentioned tight hole, but we got in there, and this is what you end up with.
Darrell, where do we normally see the big wreck at Daytona? Right there where it happened.
Coming off of turn 2.
Yeah, I'm still writing driver numbers down, and I'm already up to about 10 or 11.
Well, I think we said there were 19 cars in that pack, and I got to believe that about 15 of them were damaged.
And you know, old car, new car, whatever, that just simply was a misjudgment on some driver's part back there.
A lot of damaged vehicles making their way back into the garage. Regan Smith in the 51 makes the hard left turn. You see Jeff Gordon in the 24 team.
Yeah, Jeff's
pushing
got
that car in.
fluid running out of his car.
We saw the 5 of Casey Kane also sliding through the grass. Marcus Ambrose out of his race car taking a look. Disappointment on the faces of all the drivers, as though, although they were elated to be able to go out and run with other cars, this is the result of a mistake. There's Casey Kane's number 5. They're going to hook that back up to the tow truck and bring it back into the garage. The 14 of Tony Stewart looks like it got through unscathed. Biffle walking back to his hauler. Looks like the Stewart Haas 2 cars, the 14 and the 39, not involved.
Larry and I are busy trying to exactly figure out what happened. We're going to
take a look here.
Take a look at this and see if we can get an idea. You're going to see the 9 car come to the left.
They're right in that area right there.
Yeah, the 9 car is going to come to the left.
The second car in line.
And he's going to get, I think, pushed or tapped from behind. Let's roll it here and see. You're going to see the 9, and here he goes, but right there he gets pushed into by...
That's Carl Edwards.
Carl Edwards,
99 car, yeah.
And because Marcus Ambrose was second in line, everyone behind him after that happens either checking up or trying to figure out the line through, and that caught up almost everyone.
That was a... Oh, can we run that one right there? I think that told us more of a tale right there, what we just saw in that replay.
I think what I saw was when the 9 started to pull down, the 99 was going to go to the outside and fill the gap, and he clipped him as he goes by.
A little tighter view.
Wow, look at all these cars.
There's the 99. That could have been the 88 that was up there with Dale Jr.
I believe it was. They're all black primers for the
hard to
most part.
tell. It's hard to tell.
We're going to take another look at that wider view of what took place there on the backstretch.
Yeah.
Here it is. That is Dale Earnhardt Jr.
It is. And you see what happens. The 9 started to go to the inside, and Junior, I think, was going to go up the outside, and he clipped him in the right rear there and turned him. Yeah, it was Junior. Couldn't the 99 and the 88? Yep. They look exactly the same.
Car's getting caught up behind the 9 of Marcus Ambrose, sliding across the front.
I think what happened there is the 9 went down. Marcus went down to go to the inside, and Junior was going to run the outside and close the gap, and he just caught into the right rear of him.
Let's go to the garage and
topped it off with Sunoco fuel.
Oh, here we go, more trouble.
Sliding, slamming into the wall.
Hold on to it.
It's Johnson sideways. Montoya clips him. Oh, boy.
I think the 20 car got a big hunk of that, too. He got up into the fence. You just get down on it. See how close they are to each other right there going in the corner? It's a side thing where the car on the outside just starts to get a hold of that one on the inside and just pulls him around as he goes by.
And what happened, it was a chain reaction. You saw Montoya in the 42 get into Kenseth in the 20, and then Menard in that yellow 27 as well. Just started stacking up.
Tony Stewart shot right through, unscathed. You're riding with Johnson.
Hold on to that, baby. Hold on to it.
Spotter Earl Barbin. And as we've seen many times over his career, Johnson slides, spins, absent any contact.
But watch how the 56 of Martin Truex just gets a hold of the back of that 48 car and just sucks it right around.
There's another shot of that chain reaction with Kenseth, Montoya, and Menard.
Tony Stewart did an amazing job in a 14 car, going right through the middle of that and not getting involved. I also noticed the 27 car of Paul Menard got quite a bit of right front fender damage.
Clint Boyer trying to keep Jeff Gordon pinched to the bottom to see if he can get the second.
Trouble, big trouble.
Newman, Keselowski, Hamlin, Harvick, Truex, and Schrader.
Truex, big loser here. He had raced his way into the top 10 in points where he was running earlier. Maybe hurt.
Well, it was a hard hit there. Harvick had just made another pit stop also under that last caution.
You just got to that point in the race where everybody's going for every inch.
Yeah, we knew that there was time that things were going to start ramping up, and you throw a caution in the mix with 60 to go.
Martin Truex Jr. trying to unhook from all the safety paraphernalia after the big hit he just took. He wants out.
All this started. Looked like the 11 car.
Back up.
Looked like the 11 and the 29 got together. I think Kevin Harvick may have gotten in the right rear of Denny Hamlin getting into the corner.
You know, things happen so quickly that it's hard to tell until you see a replay, unless it's just, you know, definitive there that drivers question exactly what may have happened.
Well, Jamie?
Kevin, we saw you frustrated there. What happened? What led to that?
I just saw the 11 shoot up, you know, trying to get back at somebody and just caused a wreck. But said the 56 got into him there, so I just wanted to know what happened. All good. Just hate it for my Jimmy John's guys, and You know, track position is such a big deal. Wish we had the old Bristol back. It's a lot more fun to race on.
All right, Kevin Harvick's night is done, and I see Denny Hamlin still sitting in his car, Alan.
All right, let's go back and play detective. Racing detective. What happened?
Really hard to tell. I mean, it looked like this 11 was slow getting in the corner.
Looked like he tried to get up there. I thought maybe the 55 got a little bit loose getting there, and Jimmy was trying to maybe avoid that somehow. Okay.
11 and 55 there.
Yeah.
Tire down on the 11, right front maybe after that contact.
Definitely a stack up. Oh man, there's a lot of good cars got torn up here. That's a hard lick for Mark Truex.
Outside. Quick hold behind the 39. Clear.
Yeah, so that one right there, it's I think the 11 had a tire down after that contact with Vickers.
Yeah, it looked like that.
Hold the brake. Hold it. Let her roll if you want.
This won't be fun.
Clear. The 9. Keep rolling here. You're coming inside.
Key moment right there.
Yeah, I believe that tire did get cut down.
Because he just doesn't turn left in the corner. See how that tire's kind of...
Yeah, you can see how he's really trying to slow down.
Yeah.
But as he's turning then, he gets into the back of the 39 a little bit, and then Harvick has nowhere to go, as does the 56. See Brad Keselowski, a lot of damage there.
All right, that was the part of it that happened on the track. The excitement didn't stop there. Harvick apparently parked his car in Hamlin's pit stall, and Hamlin helped push it away. Dave?
Looks like the red's been lifted because they're going to work on the car now, Alan,
Yep.
I believe.
Yep,
So Denny concurs with you. The contact that he had with Brian Vickers, he said, definitely cut down my right front, and then it was on from there. They did instruct their driver when he came down pit road to get the 29 out of the pit stall, and that's just what he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure Harvick figured out what was going on. I think he was just mad, parked in their pit stall, and
Yep.
he figured it out later.
Fans leave Bristol smiling and talking about things they've seen. Most drivers leave Bristol mad.
All but one, usually.
Yep. Well, that one took out a bunch of cars, or damaged a lot of cars. 7 of them got a piece of it. And of course for Truex, 12th in points.
Yeah.
Got that one win, but trying to stay ahead of people like Joey Logano and so forth to stay in that.
Dillon Jr. to the bottom of the track. Jr. will win at Daytona. And the big one happens behind them. Oh my God. Of Austin Dillon into the catch fence. All the crews getting out to that car to assist these drivers. Thumbs going up from all the crew members, and the crowd roars. Look at the catch fence on the front straight. Members pulling. Austin Dillon out. He's walking. the damage to the 4 of Kevin Harvick. What an incredible sight to see Austin Dillon walking away from that 3 car that is demolished.
Unbelievable impact of Austin Dillon. When we watch this replay, when he gets in the catch bench, the car comes to a complete stop. I've never seen a car stop that quickly before.
And again, they're going upwards of 190 miles an hour through the tri-oval. You see where that car got up into the air and into the catch fence. And as you mentioned, it came to a stop right there.
You see the fence is pulled away, but the cabling, the horizontal cabling is still intact to try to keep the car, any large pieces of the car, on the racing surface and out of the stands or the walkway area there.
There is the engine.
Incredible impact. Unbelievable.
And what an incredible sight to see the thumbs going up from the crew members that were checking on Austin, and then Austin Dillon to walk away from that accident. Safety crews continue to check on all of the drivers that were involved in this incident. Let's take another look. Dale Earnhardt Jr. crossing the start-finish line, winning the race, but then the accident takes place behind him.
Yeah, the 11 gets kind of stuck in the middle there and gets the 3 airborne, and he just gets projected off the other cars right up into the fence.
He went from the bottom of the racetrack over 2 rows of cars and into that catch fence.
Here we go. You can see him on the bottom. Rex starts in front. He runs in the back of the 24. Gets up on the 11. Now he's on top of the 55. And now it's just a long bit of ride.
Yeah,
watch the car stop. Watch the car stop. It gets into those poles, and it goes from, I don't know what, 180, 190 miles an hour, I'm just guessing, to a complete stop. That is unbelievable.
And it looks like that's 3,500 pounds. That stock car is extremely heavy. You see here, after he's upside down, the 2 is spinning. Obviously, he's already lost control, makes more contact with the 3.
11 and the 4 to get together. Here we are at the start-finish line.
It just pushes the 3 up into the air enough that it rolls over the top of the car. And then that momentum just continues to move him into the catch fence. Let's ride along with Kevin Harvick.
Top's covered. Middle's open. Come on. Oh, we got a terrible wreck behind you. Just hold it straight, buddy. Hold it straight.
And you heard Kevin Harvick. As much as he wants to get to the start-finish line, as he sees the 11 start to spin, he's out of the gas. It's just line after line of car pushing everyone through there.
Take another look at this real time. According to track safety, they are attending to 3 fans in the grandstands. Some debris did get through that fence. One of the most amazing things I've seen tonight, and we've seen a lot of incredible things, but one of the most amazing things is when that crew pulled Austin Dillon out of the 3, and Austin Dillon is able to walk out of that accident, out of that crash, and then acknowledge the fans by waving to them.
I hope everybody's okay. That's a scary accident, but I just know
A lot of cars involved as they had crossed the start-finish line.
You saw those crew members running out to the car, to go check on him. I know NASCAR doesn't like that, but you have to appreciate the compassion those teams showed, trying to get out there to try to help him and get there as quickly as they could.
Well, that sign there, when those crew members put the thumbs up, and they knew, they were all looking around going, okay, I know we're not supposed to be out here, but that looks so incredible. Hang on. This will be a wild ride. That was Tony Stewart going underneath the 3. And here was the response from Austin Dillon after he got out, pulled the helmet off. The crowd was roaring at this point in time.
Yeah, this has to be the best sight of the night. This is the scary part of auto racing. So when you see a big accident, you see Austin Dillon get out. He's removing. What he's removing there is his head and neck restraint. It connects to his helmet to keep his helmet from overextending somewhere. A Hans device. That's another version of it. Another safety innovation, really, that's been required in NASCAR for a few years now.
You see the caution flag out, and the pace car in front of the field, and a hard crash for A.J. Allmendinger going into turn number 1. This one developed all in a hurry. Check it out.
Watch this. Just takes a left. Looks like the left rear tire just blew out. I heard him say on the radio that he had maybe some contact with another car earlier. That could have caused his left rear to go down.
Tough hit for Allmendinger.
AJ was right there battling, trying to get himself inside the top 10 in these final point standings. He was in 11th before that accident there, just a few points behind the 18 of Kyle Busch.
Well, a season that featured a high of a win at Watkins Glen for A.J. Allmendinger will end with a badly torn up race car being loaded onto a flatbed here at Homestead, Miami to conclude.
Hanging tough here on the restart.
Oh, here we go.
Got trouble. That's Casey Kane. It goes sideways. Joey Logano nowhere to go.
Oh, my.
Clint
Half the
Boyer
field
through
is
the grass.
gone.
The big one at Daytona has happened at lap 97.
That is the huge one at Daytona.
Justin Allgaier.
Oh, and the
Denny
18
Hamlin,
gets on its roof.
and Kyle Busch rolls upside down.
Wow.
See the 26 car of Cole Witt, the 38 of David Gilliland.
Just having a good old time over here. Just hanging around. Okay, just stay buckled up. Let them get you flipped over here.
That's Kyle Busch. Yeah, there goes our antenna on the onboard of the 18. Kyle Busch. And that was I think the slowest rollover
and the latest
I've ever seen.
It was almost like a delayed reaction to the crash. Saw rookie Ryan Truex backing through your picture. He had damage. Safety crews are there.
And let me tell you, that, when you're upside down in one of these cars, Kyle, because you're so buckled in. Let's take a replay here. It looks like the 16 got into the 5 a little bit too hard and just turned him. And man, talk about getting piled up.
Watch the 3 car when we get another replay of Austin Dillon come shooting up through the middle and trying to avoid the accident.
26 of Cole Witt just got into the 18 to turn him over.
And watch Danica in this outside line right here. She and the 2 car of Brad Keselowski. Wow, that 1 car's up in the air right there.
All 4 tires were off the ground.
He just launched.
That was perfect. I mean, she just slowed it down enough to let everything clean off in front of her, as Brad did.
As they got to the corner, as you get to these corners, once the cars go up, they will come back down.
Especially when they slow down.
Yeah, when they slow down, they just come back down the racetrack. And that was, she was in the right place in this line to be able to whoa her car down, not get run over from behind, and just kind of right there, she's nose to nose.
Austin Dillon that got through that?
Yep.
3-car, man, he did a nice job getting through there as well.
Nice job by him.
We ride with Kyle Busch, who at the end of this mess goes on his roof.
22's pushing to 41. Easy, get lower. We're in it.
Right here. And it was just because his car was on the banking and on the apron, just at the right enough angle for somebody to just kind of toss him upside down.
She runs up on the outside there, gets into the front, just gets hit in the back by the 26 car that ends up hitting the 18 car. So she's probably got a little nose damage and a little bit in the back of the car.
Second time today
really
she's dodged a bullet.
Yeah, from the in-car here.
In front of you. Stay high. Back it down, back it down.
Just barely gets into the car in front of her. I think that's the 38.
No lane. What do you got here?
That's a good job.
And it just opens up.
I got hit in the front back, but...
Really good job.
With Dale Earnhardt Jr., who had just gotten back on the lead lap.
And Dale got it slowed down enough.
Yeah.
To where he could stay away from it.
Okay, around the outside, up by the wall if you can.
That's perfect.
As you look at the carnage as he drives by away.
And that's why you want to be on the lead lap here, because you know.
It seems like he has a bit of an advantage down in turn 1 and 2.
Teammates last year, rivals this year. Friends, maybe never. But Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin are going to settle this right now.
Whoa, Hamlin cut him some slack. He had a run on him. Oh, Hamlin, Joey got loose. He got a little sideways off the floor.
There you go.
Hamlin gave him a shot. One to go.
Outside, barely. Outside.
Hamlin there. Logano to the bottom, trying to hold his ground.
That's going to be tough, though. But he's been running good on the bottom. If he can just clear Hamlin right there.
No way. He's going to lose his momentum. They're going to touch hard. Are they going to make it?
Neck and neck.
Down the back, side by side.
Kyle Busch closing in.
Watch out for the third place car, Kyle Busch. He's looking.
Hamlin edges ahead. They touch. They touch, and here comes Kyle. Hamlin, Logano on the wall. Hamlin spins down the racetrack, and Kyle Busch wins in California.
I thought they'd be nice to each other. They weren't. Hard impact on the 11 car, head on. I don't like the looks of that.
Hard hit to the inside wall for Hamlin. A bounce off the outside wall for Logano, and it ends in a shower of sparks.
I am not surprised. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but I'm not surprised. Then he's got his window net down. I think he's fine.
And that's a good sign to the rescue workers that he is okay. Two drivers went into turn 3, both refusing to lose.
I saw nothing wrong. That was two guys racing for the win. The 22 gets on, they're side by side. One pushes up a little bit. They make contact.
And here is the 5-hour energy big move.
Too much at this point in time. If that is indeed, they may be looking at left sides while they're getting fuel, depending on how long they're going to be out there.
Yeah, that's what I would be looking
Oh, trouble.
Gosh, what a mark.
Ryan Newman, hard into the wall. Michael McDowell, hard into the wall.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Terrible crash. That difficult spot between the exit of the carousel and turn 6. You saw Newman tried to drive, it looked like, for a second, and the left rear tire just fell off, now dropping the window net. And that's Michael McDowell. Look at the damage and how hard he hit that guardrail.
See the window net down now on the 31. That's good to see.
That 31 hit the safer barrier. That's the guardrail where the 95 did, but the 31, reminiscent of Jeff Burton was driving this 31 car a few years ago.
Destroyed the guardrail right there where McDowell hit it.
Wow.
Yeah, is that a tire up on the fence?
Yeah. That is McDowell out of the car, and there you see Newman walking toward McDowell's car. So both drivers have come from the car. The field is being red flagged and the race is being stopped.
This looks like right here. It looks like part of the rear suspension.
It's part of the rear end housing in half.
And you see Michael getting up after catching his breath. Wow, what a great sight.
Sure is.
What a terrible crash.
Another example of the safety of these cars that NASCAR and these teams put on the track today.
Well, this part of the racetrack, you see the funnel between the guardrails. And if someone gets out of control exiting that carousel corner, it's not going to be good. We've seen this before, and we just saw it again.
Yeah, you look right over here. You see, like Ryan Newman overran that corner just a little bit. You see quite a few cars over there. So come back on the track. Contact between Biffle and Newman.
Yes, Biffle came back on the track. Newman was right there. Got into him and hard into that guardrail and the tires. Sends him back out in the middle of the track here into McDowell.
You see the rear end housing loose from the car, and then it goes over the fence. Well, that last impact for McDowell was the one that probably knocked the wind out of him.
What a piece of driving by David Reagan, sliding through there between those crashed cars.
Coming right at you now.
From Regan Smith. Danica Patrick's view.
Back it down, back it down, back it down.
Well, she did a good job, too.
Nice job. I just saw that on TV.
Yeah, that wasn't much time to react at a high rate of speed by her there. Good job.
Watch it, back it down, back it down, back it down.
It was Biffle coming back on the track that made Newman.
We'll see it unfold off the corner here.
McDowell's car up on its side there for a minute.
When it hit Newman's car and it ripped that rear end housing loose, that rear end housing got under the car and almost served like a pole vault.
Pulls in, and here is your restart sponsored by Credit One Bank. We're in overtime. Green flag. Johnson jumps out.
There goes Kyle. Kyle looking. He's looking. Where's he going to go? Because I'll tell you, at 18 car, Kyle Busch is a whiz on restarts.
Johnson holds the bottom, leaves the top side open, comes up to cover the spot.
Who didn't get a good restart is that Kevin Harvick. He spun the tires when he went to third gear.
Crash back straightaway. This will be the race.
The race is over.
Here they come. Around to the line, looking for the flag. 4 cars involved in the back. Johnson takes the white flag. Dale Jr., Kyle Busch, caution is out. It's over in Atlanta.
Wow.
Per NASCAR's overtime rules, once Jimmy Johnson passed the overtime line on the backstretch, that was the official restart of overtime. The next flag would end the race. They did come to the line for the white flag under green. Caution out. David Reagan, Eric Almirola, and others involved.
And Kevin Harvick's got to be sick.
Yeah, he spun the tires. He got up to speed pretty good in second gear, but then when he went to go to third, you could see he spun the tires a little bit, or late in second gear. Then he got hit from behind by Mark Truex Jr. That even took less. It made him spin the tires even more. And then Carl Edwards came in there and took them all 3 wide.
See what happened
deep in the field on the back straightaway. Cars go spinning, including David Reagan, who ended up against the outside wall. That's Almirola smoking. On the left is Reagan. There's at least 4 cars involved. Another look in progress. There's Almirola, Reagan, Ryan Blaney, and the 4th car involved was Landon Castle.
About mid-pack there, a bunch of those wave-around cars.
What a wild finish.
That doesn't come as a real big surprise, does it?
And you know, those were a lot of cars that had not taken tires, so they're on older tires back there, battling for those positions with a lot less grip.
Yep.
Obviously knocked the oil cooler off